Let's start with a famous piece of ancient wisdom: the idea that to find true spiritual peace, or to enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to change and become like a little child. But if you look inside a normal adult mind, you don't find a lot of purity. You find intense flashes of anger, petty resentments, and deeply uncharitable thoughts. If true peace requires a mind wiped completely clean of those dark emotions, we are out of luck. It raises a depressing question: is achieving inner peace actually impossible for an everyday person? The despair we feel over our own messy minds comes from a basic mistake. We completely misunderstand what the word childlike actually means. Imagine a small, traditional village where the social rules are rigid. If your family hosts a major event, you have to invite everyone in town. No exceptions, no matter how bitter the feuds are. Now, imagine an estranged relative, someone you absolutely despise, walks up to your front door and hands you an invitation to a family wedding. In that split second, your chest tightens, your blood pressure spikes. You are internally burning with visceral disgust at the sheer nerve of this person showing up at your house. Yet, without missing a beat, you stretch your mouth into a warm smile. You take the envelope, you tell them you are thrilled for the couple and absolutely wouldn't miss it. You have just split yourself into two contradicting realities: an internal inferno of rage, masked entirely by an external display of perfect manners. Let's stop right here. Between the boiling rage and the polite smile, which of those two responses was the better one? From a practical standpoint, the polite smile is obviously the correct choice. It keeps the peace, prevents a screaming match on their porch, and maintains the social order. But here is the trick question: which of these two states is the innocent one? We assume a smile is innocent. It isn't. The polite smile is a highly calculated mechanism. You took raw, negative energy, filtered it through a set of rules, and converted it into an artificial mask to manipulate a social outcome. The boiling rage is the true state of innocence. Being a good person in society requires heavy calculation. True innocence is simply the completely unfiltered reality of what your brain naturally produces. That sudden flash of rage is innocent because it happens without your contribution. You didn't plan it, you didn't give it permission, it just arrived completely unprompted. When we try to force our minds to only generate polite, happy thoughts, we corrupt our natural mental state with endless policing and artificial control. Emotions like fear, intense grief, or hostility are not character flaws. They are spontaneous biological weather patterns passing through the nervous system. True spiritual innocence has nothing to do with possessing pure thoughts. It is the willingness to accept the unprompted arrival of whatever thought shows up. This realization offers a massive sense of relief. You never actually have to destroy or fix your dark thoughts to achieve inner peace, because they are already innocent. You need an absolute separation between internal reality and external execution. Internally, the mind gets a free pass to react with unfiltered chaos, but externally, there's a hard boundary. Every action must pass through a strict filter of mature deliberation. Being a mature adult isn't about stopping the internal chaos. It's about building an external structure strong enough to contain it. There is an old philosophical framework from a practice known as innocence meditation that distills this dynamic into a simple blueprint for existence. First, internally, you must offer your salutations to the feral newborn child. You accept every raw emotional flash without an ounce of judgment. Second, externally, you offer your salutations to the wise scholar. You execute every physical action with maximum responsibility and careful restraint. You do not have to choose between finding spiritual purity and holding on to your adult responsibilities. You just have to let your mind remain the child, so your actions can become the master.